This video is about signal phrases, and we use signal phrases in our academic writing in order to help us cleanly and smoothly integrate source material into our own writing. We integrate source material into our writing to give evidence for what we are saying. In academic writing, oftentimes you will be trying to argue or present your own ideas, and then in the course of doing that, you also want to use other people's ideas that you find through your research to help back up your own ideas. And here is the same paragraph we saw before, but color-coded. The brown at the top and the bottom is the bread of the sandwich. The bread is typically the writer's own ideas. It would be your own ideas as the person writing the paper. The pink in the middle is what's ever in the middle of the sandwich, and that's the evidence. So the evidence tends to go in the middle, typically, not always, but as a general rule, your evidence goes in the middle. When we put quotes and paraphrases from other authors into our own writing, we have to give credit to the author, and we do that by using signal phrases and parenthetical citations. We also use signal phrases to avoid writing like this. Here on the screen, you'll see a paragraph about space and meteorites. You'll see a quote in the middle of the paragraph. But the quotation marks surround the very beginning of that sentence and the very end of that sentence. That's actually incorrect. We need a signal phrase in order to give credit to the author of that quote, and also to kind of explain how we want our reader to read that quote and kind of contextualize the whole quote so it makes a little more sense. Right now it's kind of random stuck in there. So here's that same paragraph but corrected. Now you'll see right after the quote there's a comma before the closed quotation marks, and then it says, explains astrophysicist Colin Moore. That helps the writer distinguish the writer's ideas from the source's ideas. Now we know that there are two people's ideas in this paragraph, Colin Moore and the writer of the paper. Here's some examples of signal phrases. Schicky argues, and according to Kopp. So these are pretty common signal phrases, and in a signal phrase you'll typically see the author's name and some kind of verb like argues. According to Kopp is another. According to is another very popular one. Here's some more signal phrases. The blue is the verb. So say, claim, argue, suggest, illustrates, informs. There are more, but those are a couple common ones. You'll also see that the first four use the author's actual name, but the last two have a pronoun, and that is something that you can choose to do if you find that you've said someone's name, like if you said Kopp's name too often, and you wanted to start saying she. Another thing you could say is the author informs her readers that. So the way to get better at using signal phrases is to practice. So below you will see a prompt and a problem to solve. And good luck and happy writing.